Front kick. The front kick is one of the first kicks every martial artist learns, and for good reason. It is fast, direct, and extremely effective for controlling distance. The kick is thrown by lifting the knee straight up before extending the leg forward, striking with either the ball of the foot or the heel depending on the style. It is commonly aimed at the stomach, chest, or face to stop an opponent from moving forward. Because it travels in a straight line, it reaches the target quickly and is difficult to counter. You'll see the front kick used in karate, taekwondo, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and MMA. Although it looks simple, mastering balance, timing, and hip extension makes it one of the most reliable kicks in combat sports. Roundhouse kick. The roundhouse kick is one of the most recognizable kicks in martial arts and one of the most powerful. It is performed by pivoting on the supporting foot while rotating the hips, allowing the leg to swing in a wide arc. Depending on the style, the strike lands with either the shin or the top of the foot. A roundhouse can target the legs, body, or head, making it one of the most versatile attacks in striking. In Muay Thai, fighters often use their shin to maximize power, while Taekwondo emphasizes speed and flexibility. A properly thrown roundhouse combines balance, timing, and hip rotation, allowing even smaller fighters to generate tremendous force. Sidekick. The sidekick is a powerful thrusting kick designed to stop an opponent in their tracks. Instead of swinging the leg, the kick drives straight forward, using the heel as the main striking surface. It begins by lifting the knee across the body before extending the leg with force. Because the hips drive directly through the target, the side kick generates incredible stopping power while keeping the fighter balanced. It is commonly aimed at the body, hip, or knee, and is excellent for maintaining distance against aggressive opponents. The side kick is a signature technique in karate and taekwondo, but is also used in other striking arts whenever control and power are needed. Jumping switch kick. The jumping switch kick is an explosive variation of the roundhouse kick that adds speed and deception. The technique begins with a quick switch of the feet while jumping, allowing the rear leg to become the striking leg in one smooth movement. This sudden change makes the attack much harder to read than a standard roundhouse. It is commonly aimed at the body or head and relies on strong hip rotation to generate power. Because both feet leave the ground, balance and a controlled landing are just as important as the kick itself. A famous example of the risks involved with explosive jumping kicks occurred when Conor McGregor faced Max Holloway at UFC 329. McGregor attempted an explosive jumping kick, but the landing caused a serious leg injury that prevented him from continuing. The moment showed how much stress these techniques can place on the body and why proper timing, balance, and control are essential. You'll often see this technique in Muay Thai, kickboxing, and MMA, where fighters use it to surprise opponents who are expecting punches or conventional kicks. Hook kick. The hook kick is a deceptive kick that uses a whipping motion to strike an opponent from an unexpected angle. The technique begins by extending the leg toward the target before pulling the heel back across the body in a hooking motion. This allows the fighter to attack around an opponent's guard and reach areas that are normally protected. The kick is commonly aimed at the side of the head and relies on flexibility, speed, and accuracy rather than only power. Because the leg changes direction quickly, it can catch opponents who believe they are safely defending. The hook kick is commonly used in taekwondo, karate, and kickboxing, where fighters use it as a surprise attack to create openings. Axe kick. The axe kick is a powerful downward striking kick that uses height, gravity, and leg strength to attack an opponent from above. The technique begins by lifting the leg high into the air before bringing the heel downward in a straight chopping motion. Unlike most kicks that travel horizontally, the axe kick comes from a vertical angle, making it difficult for opponents to predict and defend against. It is commonly aimed at the head, shoulder, or collarbone area, and can be used to break through an opponent's guard. The kick requires excellent flexibility, balance, and control, because the fighter must lift the leg high while maintaining stability. The axe kick is especially popular in taekwondo and karate, where fighters use its unusual trajectory to surprise opponents and create openings. Calf kick. The calf kick is a low kick that targets the outside of an opponent's lower leg, making it one of the most effective techniques in modern MMA and striking. Unlike a traditional leg kick that attacks the thigh, the calf kick lands closer to the ankle and lower leg, affecting an opponent's movement and balance.
The kick is performed by rotating the hips and driving the shin into the target with speed and accuracy. Its purpose is not always to knock an opponent out, but to reduce their mobility and make it harder for them to move, attack, or defend. The calf kick has become extremely popular in MMA because controlling an opponent's movement can completely change the pace and strategy of a fight.
Spinning back kick. The spinning back kick is one of the most powerful kicks in martial arts because it combines rotation, speed, and body weight into one explosive strike. The technique begins when the fighter turns their body away from the opponent before driving the heel backward into the target. Because the entire body rotates behind the kick, it can generate tremendous force when performed correctly. It is commonly aimed at the stomach or chest and is especially effective against opponents who move forward aggressively. However, the kick requires precise timing because the fighter temporarily loses sight of their opponent while spinning. The spinning back kick is used in Taekwondo, karate, kickboxing, and MMA as a high-risk but high-reward technique that can instantly change the outcome of a fight. Question mark kick. The question mark kick is one of the most deceptive kicks in martial arts because it is designed to trick an opponent's defense. The kick begins by looking like a normal roundhouse kick, causing the opponent to react and protect their body. At the last moment, the fighter changes the path of the leg, bringing the foot upward in a curved motion that resembles the shape of a question mark. This unexpected change in direction allows the kick to bypass an opponent's guard and target the head. The technique requires excellent hip control, flexibility, and timing, because the fighter must smoothly transition from a horizontal motion into a vertical strike. The question mark kick is commonly seen in kickboxing, Taekwondo, and MMA, where fighters use it as a surprise attack to catch opponents off guard. Oblique kick. The oblique kick is a powerful defensive kick designed to control an opponent's movement and stop forward pressure. Instead of swinging the leg like a roundhouse kick, the fighter drives the foot forward at an angle, targeting the opponent's lower body, especially around the knee area. The kick uses quick extension and precise timing rather than a large amount of movement, making it difficult to see coming. It is commonly used to maintain distance, interrupt an opponent's attacks, and control the pace of a fight. The oblique kick is often seen in MMA because fighters use it to prevent aggressive opponents from moving forward freely. While effective, it requires careful technique and control to avoid unnecessary injury. However, it is also one of the most controversial kicks in combat sports because a properly landed strike can place significant stress on the knee joint. Critics argue that it carries a higher risk of causing ligament injuries than many other kicks, while supporters believe it is a legitimate technique when used with proper control. Because of this debate, the oblique kick remains one of the most discussed techniques in modern MMA. Welcome to the end of the video. Hopefully this video brings you more insight on kicks you will see in MMA. You can use this video to brag about your knowledge on MMA or try practicing them yourself. If you'd like, subscribe and like the video. If not, well, it's okay. I'll let it off this time.